Hi, you're listening to Love and Money podcast with Shakira, and today I'm going to talk to you about the stock market. What's going on with the stock market? So, the stock market is currently down 20%, and there are several reasons for that. Number one being the COVID 19 Delta variant. So, because of this pandemic, the behavior is different, where people aren't buying as much, staying at home more, and some people aren't putting as much money in the stock market as they normally would. So it's basically the behavior, the difference in behavior that people are having with the COVID 19 variant, as opposed to as if there were no pandemic going on. So basically, people are at home more, spending less money that they usually spend, traveling less. Some are putting less into the stock market. So that's the reason why you see the stock market is trending down right now, the COVID 19 Delta variant, and how it affects human behavior. So, that is one reason why the stock market is down. As you notice, like the past couple, it's been in red. Um, so, that is one reason is the COVID 19. There is rising labor and material costs going on, pushing prices higher. And then there is the poor economic data coming out of China. So, China is having a lot of problems, as I'm sure you're aware of. The Chinese government is cracking down on businesses over there, which is affecting the stock market over in China. And it affects the stock market here because there are some Chinese companies that are on the stock market here in the USA. So even though we're here in the USA, people are able to invest in Chinese businesses. And since China is not doing well over there, that affects the people over here who invest in Chinese businesses. So that is another reason why the stock market is being impacted. China is having problems right now. So those are the major reasons why decline in the stock market. It indicates a weakening market condition compared to the bullish run that we usually see. We have seen a bullish run for over the past 10 years. The stock market has been doing really, really well. And then when the pandemic hit, the stock market started to plummet. And then the feds, they moved in and they rescued the stock market by buying a whole bunch of bonds. Like they're putting money in the stock market every month to keep the stock market afloat. And they call that tapering. So they have a whole lot of money. They've been putting like billions of dollars into the stock market every month just to keep it afloat. So it kind of makes you wonder if they have billions of dollars to put into the stock market every month. And then there on the other side of this, there is all of these crime in certain areas. And then you see homeless people in certain areas. It's very clear that they have the money, and the problems that exist today, they could be easily solved, but they choose not to resolve it. If you don't see it, I see it because of how they are helping the stock market out right now. Like the whole world is collapsing. Obviously, some people are doing well, if ever done before, but this is like a new normal, and things are collapsing, like people's businesses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, the Federal Reserve, they have billions of dollars every month to throw into the stock market to rescue the stock market. So I just find that interesting. Um, So that's what's going on with the stock market. So it's declining in all the different areas, the industrials and materials, the area of retailers, the area of luxury retailers, the area of home builders, and the area of big pharma. It's all declining. Even big pharma is declining. And so the components of big pharma, what big pharma is it's all the pharmaceutical industries. It is Eli Lilly. When you think of big pharma, think of Eli Lilly, Bristol Myers Squibb, think of Merck, think of Johnson and Johnson. And so it's currently on a decline. But as you know, with the stock market, it will eventually go back up. It goes in cycles, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the thing with the stock market, of course, you want to be invested in the stock market, but you also want to make sure that you have your tangible assets, the assets that you have control over, which would be the real estates. Most people do not put all of their eggs in one basket. They have a variety of things going on. The stock market, the real estate, your own business, your own side hustles, and anything else that you can come up with. And that's how you protect yourself. That's how people protect themselves. They don't put all their eggs in one basket. So, in talking about pharma, I became interested because I came across something that said there is a conspiracy theory called the Big Pharma conspiracy theory. And I looked up on Wikipedia to see what this Big Pharma conspiracy theory is. And according to Wikipedia, this conspiracy says that there are people out here who believe that Big Pharma, which pharmaceutical companies, believe in things, and there are a whole list of different things that they believe in. And I just took note of a few of them. One was the belief that they have the cure for cancer, but they're hiding it. One was the belief that the MMR vaccine is linked to autism in young Black boys who took this vaccine. And one is that drugs for HIV are ineffective. This is just three of the beliefs out of a whole list of beliefs that they rank as the big pharma conspiracy theory. And I found that to be very interesting because this link between the MMR vaccine and the autism in young Black boys, if I understand correctly, they do have proof that that is correct, that it's a reality, not a conspiracy theory. So I don't put anything past the government on what they will and what they will not do. But I just thought that was very interesting that there is such a thing called the Big Pharma conspiracy theory, and there is a whole list of different beliefs of what is going on behind the scene, and they just throw them into the category of conspiracy theory, like it's not real, like it's not a reality. But I know from personal experience, just by looking at Wikipedia, that Wikipedia itself is inaccurate. Because if you look up this phenomenon called target visuals, which I have mentioned before, they say that targeted individuals are delusional. Do I look delusional to you? I would like for you to look, see what Wikipedia is describing as targeted individuals. All of the things that they have listed as targeted individuals, their thoughts, their beliefs, their experiences in life is reality. It's reality. Wikipedia is inaccurate, and I know this from personal experience with this targeted individual phenomenon. So if you take that and you translate to the big pharma conspiracy theory, it makes you think, what is truly a conspiracy and what is truly reality. So, those are just some thoughts I would like for you to take with you in your spare time. Look up targeted individuals and read about it and learn about it, what Wikipedia says that it is. And then I would like for you to think for yourself. So, this is a Love and Money podcast with Shakira. If you like this podcast, please also please share this video. Thank you for listening.